Real quick before this video starts, I just want to say that you should check out my Album of the Year page. Over there, I post reviews of literally everything I listen to. Every single album, singles, anything. If I listen to it, it gets logged on there. I'm very nearly at 100 followers over there. You know, I'm trying to surpass ARTV in followers. That's right, John, I'm coming for your spot. So yeah, check out my Album of the Year page, follow it, run it up, see early reviews for all of these Zeppelin albums, and yeah, enjoy the video. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Human Reviews channel, and today we are continuing the Led Zeppelin series. We are now on Led Zeppelin II. You're probably wondering why I'm wearing the exact same thing I was wearing when I filmed Led Zeppelin I, and that is because I just finished filming that video, and I decided I wanted to film this one as well, right after. First time I've ever done this, film 2 videos back to back. So, you know, that's kind of hype. Yeah, I literally stopped listening to Led Zeppelin 1 about 10 minutes ago. So, we're going to be going straight into Zeppelin 2 here. This album also came out in 1969. It also is 9 songs, but this one's 41 minutes instead of 44 minutes. Why is he lying that way? No. Don't let Chivo gaslight you people. This is the same day. You can even see, if you go back to the video, I'm on the same song on Spotify. Okay? Same song. Yeah, people tend to say that this album is better than Zeppelin 1. A lot of people say that this album feels like that album, but brought up to an even more refined, even more palatable level. Not palatable, necessarily. Basically, this album is that album minus a lot of the fat, is what I've heard from people. Which, considering how much I love the first album, I'm expecting this to be heat. Let's just get straight into this. Track 1, Whole Lotta Love. Okay, already disgusting bass tone. Everyone's heard this? I'm pretty sure I've heard this. Yeah. That's cool. Extra percussion being added in here as well. Getting the most, like, abstract John Bonham solo ever to start the show. The bonzo glazing never stops. Yeah. I've heard the chorus of this song before. I don't think I've ever heard it in full. I don't think, at least. I don't recall ever hearing it in full. This shit is just so weird. It's so abstract. This shit feels like so surprisingly like experimental here. I'm very surprised at this, but I think it sounds amazing. Similar slowdown as Dazed and Confused, yeah. Nice, the panning going the opposite ways on the guitar sound of the vocals there. That's pretty cool. Ringo is the Lars Ulrich of the city. That's so funny. This came out the exact same year as Zeppelin 1, but I think that the production here is like even a step up from that. There's something about this that feels a lot more full. The bass sounds way grimier. The guitars sound a lot more aggressive on this. I think the Bonham's drums have a much, like an even larger sound on this than they did on the previous album, and they sounded incredible on that previous one. This song just feels like they're saying, hey, the first album was great, and we're just gonna take it that little bit step up in every single way. Yeah, that bass is just dirty as hell. I love that. Really interesting use of overdubs. I'm the Pete Best review as well, because I'm the best modern day drummer. That depends. Does it have to be someone who's in a band, or can it just be like drummer overall? Because drummer overall, I'd say Alistair Pario, Severiano. Both? Yeah, I'd say Alistair Pario, Severiano. I'm gonna be honest. That song feels very similar to Dazed and Confused, and I think this song is a 10 for the same reasons as Dazed and Confused. On top of the same reasons that I thought that, why am I forgetting the name of the song? I'm making myself look like an idiot. I just listened to the album, I can't remember the name of the fucking song. Good Times, Bad Times. Why? How can I forget the name of that song? It's like one of their biggest fucking songs, I'm forgetting the name of it. I think that this song is a 10 for the same reasons that, Dazed and Confused are a 10, as well as Good Times, Bad... I almost forgot the name of the song again. Good Times, Bad Times is an amazing opener. It's sort of a combination of the two. 75% of the lyrics on both records are just baby, yeah. Because it was... I didn't listen to it yesterday, damn it. Oh my god. Jesus, the chat are trying to sabotage me. Yeah, this has the feeling of a great tone setter. It's like establishing that this is going to be a step up in production, a step up in ambition as well. It feels a lot more full, a lot dirtier, a lot more intense. And it has a very similar structure to Dazed and Confused, but does it in a way that is just as good. It has the more fast-paced, heavier moments, as well as the very abstract middle section with lots of interesting John Bonham overdubs. Song's pretty fantastic. Yeah, I think it's a 10, straight up. Perfect opener to this album. Up next we have What Is and What Should Never Be.
And if I say to you tomorrow, take my...
Am I drum set up yet? Not yet. I've still not gotten them here yet.
I kiss the wind and see it's been sail away, leave the day way up high in the sky. But what is and what should never be? I kiss the wind and see it.
Really nice harmonies. Right cymbal sounds amazing as well. It has such a nice resonant sound on John Bonham's drums. You get to hear it fully ring out.
What you need so bad.
Really interesting vocal effects. Bit of an awkward fade out, but I don't really mind it too much. The song was really cool. That was doing a lot of cool experimenting with like vocal effects and panning that I thought was really, really interesting. This album feels like them like doing a lot of experimenting right now. They were doing a lot of that on the first album as well, but this one feels like they're doing that even more. This is very impressive, seriously. The fact that like they're doing a lot of this very like trying out something new with a lot of the stuff they're doing in terms of production, and the fact that it's aged this well is really, really impressive. Like you would think that doing a lot of this experimenting would make it sound very dated, but this actually sounds just as good now as I imagine it did back then, seriously. I think it's helped as well by how great all of the performances are. I feel like this experimenting wouldn't really work if the performances weren't as like perfect as they are, you know? Because they are all perfect. I feel like they are the best they could be, and it really does make all of this experimentation possible, because without it, it just, I feel like, would fall flat on its face. That's another, like, nearly spotless song in my opinion. I'm feeling like a 9.8 on that. That is a pretty mind-boggling track, to be honest. I'm so impressed at how well that's aged. Next up we have the Lemon song. What do I think of this compared to the first album so far? It feels like what they were doing on the first album, but done even better.
I should have quit you long time ago. I would have been here my children.
Exactly, yeah. Man, that drum beat is funky as hell. What makes it better in my eyes? It's a step up on every front. It's a step up in performances, it's a step up in writing, it's a step up in production. It feels like a continuation of the last album, just done even better. God, that entire section there, everything just like locked into place. Like the guitars, the bass, and the drums were just all doing their own completely separate thing, but they somehow felt like they locked into each other so fucking well. That was so sick, genuinely. That was one of my favorite moments on this album and the previous album. That was so good. It's able to go from so heavy and so in your face to just being so slick and so seamless.
Till the juice and down my leg.
Oh man, again, just the bass sound, the tone that they're able to get is so good. Incredible. Actually incredible. Damn, this shit is like somehow such a big step up from the first album, dude. Like any minor complaints I had about it are just gone. They're just gone. That was so good. Yeah, squeezing his lemon and the juice running down his leg doesn't sound sus at all. Exactly, nothing suspicious about that in the slightest. God, the soloing on that song was amazing, dude. The way it transitioned between the different sections as well. The song multiple times goes from just being so loud and over the top to being just so slick. It's fucking insane, dude. It's called rock and roll for a reason, yeah. Like, the band chemistry is nuts. They all lock in with each other so well. It really is what makes this, is how well they, like, play off of each other. I think that song is, like, essentially flawless. I would give, I genuinely would give that one another 10. That was pretty fucking incredible. Next up we have Thank You. Whoa. Do you hear how full that sounds? Oh my god, that's insane. Floor Thomas, for real.
Kind of woman, oh.
Whoa.
Kind of my inspiration's what you are to me.
No way. Oh man, stream got taken down. Does it say filming videos on Yes in the description? Shit. I reuse my stream settings and just change it from that whenever I schedule a stream. So I just reuse the one from the last time I did one of these, and then I just change the description, the title, and the thumbnail, and the tags. Was I saying something when we got taken down? I don't remember. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to continue the song.
It's no more be sad. Happiness.
The bass is so good. Why the fuck am I so...
I would still be loving.
There we go. Jesus. I was way too far to the right. Handful of songs, like I've heard their biggest singles, and I've heard like a handful of stuff that I have been like sent in on music submission streams before and stuff, but it probably would only be in total like 10 songs or something like that I've heard. The keys sound really nice on this one. They've not been using the keys that much. They've been using them very sparingly, and whenever they're here, sorry, they work really well. They're very nice. Oh, John Paul Jones on keys. Okay, that's cool. Okay, that fade out and fade back in was a little unnecessary, and I think that outro lasted a little too long. But, all in all, that song was fantastic. That was like the fullest sounding song up to this point. Everything just felt like it had so much more volume and scope to it. It just felt like a lot grander than a lot of the previous songs, and I think that's really, really cool. Yeah, that's easily the best sounding song on the album up to this point, in my opinion. I do feel like it has a bit of pacing issues, particularly the outro feeling like it drags on a little bit, and the fade out and fade back in is a kind of whatever. But besides that, that shit's just as fantastic as everything else. 9.6. This album is not holding back at all right now. This is like the first album brought to damn near perfection all the way through right now. I'm loving this. Next up, Heartbreaker. Truck Month. It's actually Truck Month. Okay. Best debut albums. System of a Down. Rage Against the Machine as well. Black Maid's debut is amazing. Zeppelin I, I guess, as well. Oh yeah, Velvet Underground as well. Absolutely.
The best years of my life go by. Here I am alone and blue. I said I'm in love, but ain't no use. Give it to me.
Man, that bass just has so much drive. It's like, if I had a penny for every time I spoke about the bass throughout this goddamn album, I would be rich. But I'm kind of not wrong, though. The bass really is the MVP. The bass feels like it's just sprinting ahead of everything else, and I love it.
Use my love 1,000 times, however hard I tried. Heartbreaker, your time is burning. Heart with a
Yeah, that song kind of sounds like it originated car ad music. And it's also like the best car ad music I could ask for. You know, it brings a certain level of attitude, a certain level of, you know, a certain level of... What's the fucking word I'm looking for? I don't know. It brings a certain level of attitude that I think makes it very, very charming. Like the riff, it feels like the riff is just so angry at something. The bass in that one section feels like it's galloping ahead of everything else, and I fucking love it. The drums as well kind of have some punky energy at certain points. Bravado, yeah, that's a good way of putting it. I don't think that was the exact word, but yeah, bravado. Yeah, that song just had a very slick, very full of itself attitude, but it was self-aware in that. And I think that it is, yeah, very, very charming. It put a grin on my face basically the whole way through. It is essentially the best truck music I could ask for. I'm feeling a 9.3 on that one. Very good. Living Loving Maid up
with a
next.
purple umbrella and a 50-cent hand. Living, loving, just a woman. We all know what the name is, so you better lay your money down. Right on a merry-go-round.
Oh, damn, this one's kind of funky.
We are down.
Bringing back some of like the rootsy gang vocals as well. Best final albums: Bowie's Black Star, Nirvana In Utero. Are we counting Abbey Road as the final? It was technically the final album they made, so I'll say Abbey Road. That was another just very fun, catchy one. Probably my least favorite up to this point, but not by a large margin or anything like that. I'd still give it a high 8, like an 8.8, 8.9. Yeah, that song was just really, really fun. You know, it was just a nice little, just under 3-minute burst of some silly, like almost country rock. No, not country rock necessarily. It has a very Western rock feel to it, you know? And I love that they're leaning into that. They're leaning into the silliness a little bit on this album. And I'm thinking that that's adding like a lot of very over-the-top charm to this. It's not the most like mind-blowing song or anything like that. It's just 2.5 minutes of some fun Western sounding rock music. And it has a certain level of charm that puts a big grin on my face. And not only that, it still has like the incredible recording and performances of the rest of the album as well. So yeah, no complaints from me. High 8. Great track. Ramble On. This song is huge. It has 300 million streams, but I don't know if I've heard it.
But now I smell the rain, and with it pain, and it's heading my way. Ramble on. Now the time is now. Sing my song.
Oh, it's this song. Yeah, I've heard this. Worst final albums from
Though I
bands.
held sweet
Too
dreams
many to list, dude.
about
Let It Be's good. Let It Be's a good album. Okay, it's not great, but it's good.
Ramble on. Now the time is now. Sing my song.
The acoustic guitar matching what the kick is doing there, that's so fun. They just have so many creative, fun, like little instrumental ideas that they put in here. And that's what's like, I end up focusing on the most. I mean, notoriously, the Beach Boys' final album is like one of the worst albums of all time, right? They do so much interesting stuff with overdubs. Like, the way they use them is so impressive for the time. Like, with the sections with the drums, a lot of the stuff they're doing with the vocals, even like the acoustic guitar as well. The way they use overdubs is so cool. The fade outs are kind of like trash on this album, I've noticed. But I don't care that much when the songs are this good, you know? Ramble On is one of the most fun songs we've had out of like the first two albums. Shit was just so damn catchy, dude. You had like the cool rhythmic stuff going on in the chorus, especially with like the acoustic guitar matching what the kick was doing. You have one of the most passionate vocal performances as well from Robert Plant we've had up to this point. Some of the most clever lyrics as well. It's one of the few times I was actually like looking at what the lyrics were going on about. I've been so focused on the sound that I've not been looking at the lyrics at all. I just think that song is like the most fun song we've had out of both the albums, in my opinion. It was just so leaning into the ridiculousness, and I fucking loved it. That one is like a 9.5 for me. We've not had any songs. Oh no, we've had one song go beneath the 9 and it got a high 8. This album is pretty peak up to this point. How many songs do we have left? 2 more. We got Moby Dick and Bring It On Home. Yeah, next track, Moby Dick. Truck Month again. Even the cowbell as well. It's actually Truck Month. These albums fly by, they're so good. Ah, we're getting more John soloing. See, this is what I'm here for, the John Bonham solos. See, really cool overdubs to give it like just an even more insane like flourishy sound. I love it. It literally sounds like he's tapping the drums with his just like his 3 fingers. Is that actually what he's doing here? Fucking kick right left triplet thing. I love that. It's one of my favorite fills that John Bonham does. It's just so fun. Actually, here it'll be kick left right, not kick right left. Damn, okay. I didn't even expect this main riff to come back in. I thought we were just gonna end on the drum solo. Nice. Really nice. Probably it is my least favorite so far, just because of the fact that it's like probably gonna end up being the least re-listenable song out of anything on this. But still, incredible drum solo from John Bonham. Seriously. Proving that he is in fact one of the GOATs, one of the best. Really nice kick left right triplet fills in there. Really cool use of overdubs. Yeah, it's a great display of how incredible his drum sound is. Like just how big and resonant his toms are. How much crack he has to his snare. How fucking massive his kick sounds. Yeah, it's just one of the most satisfying drum solo type songs I've heard. 8.5. Really great. Last song. Bring It On Home. Alright, getting some harmonica on this one. Did we also have harmonica on the closer on Zeppelin 1? Wasn't that where the harmonica came in? Pretty sure. I've been recording this for nearly an hour. It just flew by. I can't believe we're at the closer. Seriously. I can't believe I've listened to 2 albums. It doesn't feel like it. Is he recording the harmonica and singing at the same time? I'm not doing 3 and 4 today, no. Oh my god. I like that they kept the kick in the middle here. All of the rest of the drums are panned to the left, but the kick is staying in the middle. Makes it sound a lot fuller. Because the kick is sort of the thing driving the rhythm of the song. Oh. Not a big finish. I was expecting a big finish there. Yeah, he's doing that harmonica on the same take as his vocals there. That's cool. Shit, 2 albums fucking flew by. Oh my god, I've been streaming for what, like 2.5 hours now? It's flown by. Oh my god. Third one? We're not doing the third one. No. You've had your extra hour. I'm not doing the third one today. Bring it on home. Incredible closer. From the very quiet soul opening with you got Robert Plant doing the vocals and the harmonica in the same take. You can hear him like breathe into it before he fucking that was so cool the way they did that. That was sick. And then you get just the most heavy, ridiculous riff, the most full, lively sounding drums we've gotten on the album up to this point. The bass on that song was going fucking crazy as well. It's like the thickest the bass has been on the whole album too. And that was just like them taking everything that has been great about the album up to this point and cranking it up even more for the final song. I fucking loved that. I think I genuinely don't have any problems with that song. I think it's a perfect closer. The way it like comes full circle as well, repeating the what was going on in the intro at the end there, that was great. I genuinely would give that a 10. I think that's a perfect closer. Literally no problems with that at all whatsoever. So good. And that was Led Zeppelin II. Oh my god. This album essentially feels like what they were doing on the previous album, but brought up to even higher heights. They take the great production, they take the great performances, the sharp writing, and they just crank it up to 11. This feels like an improvement on every single front. The last album was still amazing as well. This is just taking it up to like the next level, you know? It removes all of the fat. All of the fat from the previous album is removed. There's no song on here that's like You Shook Me, where it's just like a minor dud in the track listing where I'm not too crazy on it. No, every single song on this album is heat. It is all killer, no filler. It is like the previous album minus any minor gripes that I had with it. This is so fucking fresh. It's so fun. It's so lively. It's a natural continuation of the sound, and it's them building on the sound and improving it. I love this album. Incredible follow-up. Exactly what a second album should be. I am going to add up my scores, and then I will tell you what my overall score for this album is. Sounds about right. I am feeling a 9.5 out of 10 on this album. Yeah, this is amazing. This is like everything I would want from a Led Zeppelin album, dude. It is heavy, it's intense, it's got so much swing to it. I think that the songwriting is masterful, the performances are all top-notch. This is like that damn near perfect shit that I'm in love with. I'm gonna see myself coming back to this album a lot, I think. In fact, I may listen to this album again tonight, both of these albums again tonight, and play some Fortnite while doing so. That sounds like a good plan right there. Yeah, thank you all so much for watching this video. Let me know what you think of the sound down below. How does it compare to the first album? And which Led Zeppelin album are you most excited for me to get to? Let me know what other albums you'd like to see me listen to down in the comments as well. Links in the description to my Discord, my album of the year, my Twitter, and my second channel. Check those out if you haven't. Make sure you like and sub if you haven't as well, because we're on our way to 2K. And yeah, I'll see you all whenever I next stream or upload. Bye-bye.